In this mini training, I am going to teach you guys how to write the best niche statement, also known as an I help statement, to attract your dream customer. So if that's something that you're trying to do, watch on, and I'm going to teach you how to do that, hopefully in the next 5 minutes. If you're still struggling to figure out your aligned niche, not just any old niche, your aligned niche, check out my last video on the #1 way to find your coaching niche. All right, so let's dive on in. The best niche statements or I help statements, I'm going to use those terms interchangeably throughout this video, start with I help, I teach, I coach. Now, there are some exceptions and I'll talk about that after. But right now, let's focus on starting your I help statement, especially if you're just starting your coaching business, with I help, I teach, I coach. Whichever one of those three feels best to you, choose. And then I'm going to walk you through the formula that I use with all of my clients. So it's I help, I teach, I coach, blank. This is where we want to insert specifically who to blank. And I'm going to write this formula below so that you guys can see it. But it's I help, I teach, I coach, blank, specifically who, to tangible end result. Those are two massive factors that you do not want to miss. So let's say, for instance, that you want to help new moms teach their infants how to sleep. So you're going to say, I teach first-time new mothers, right? Super specific. It is their first child. They are brand new into motherhood, to sleep train their baby so that they get more sleep at night. Or you could say to sleep train their baby so that their baby sleeps more, right? So in that case, let's focus on the first time new moms. It's very specific. You're not just saying all moms. I teach moms how to sleep train their kids. No, we're getting very specific with who so that you can be niche and you can start building a community because you're speaking directly to one person. And then you want to hit on your tangible end result. And this is typically the part that goofs a lot of people up. They struggle with giving something that's tangible, right? So right now, if your I help statement is, I teach entrepreneurs how to live their best life, it's very fluffy and it's not straight and to the point, and it doesn't deliver a concrete result that people will walk away with. You want to make sure it's a concrete result. So saying things like gaining more confidence or living their best life or following their dreams or finding their passions, it's hard to make those tangible, right? So I want you to take it one step further. What are these people going to get when they get the confidence, right? What will their life be like, or what do they need to do to live their dream life? That's typically your niche, and we just make it a little fluffier than we need to. So I have a secret here that helps if you're struggling to figure out your tangible end result, and it's this. If you're struggling, put in your I help statement, so that. Saying so that makes it tangible and delivers the result. So let me give an example. I teach first-time new moms to sleep train their infants so that they get more sleep at night. That's your tangible end result. The mothers and the babies, right? The parents getting more sleep at night. You want to make sure that your tangible end result is the #1 relief that your dream customer wants. You're speaking to their #1 pain and you are solving it in that I help statement. And you want to solve it in that tangible end result. My I help statement is I help women turn their stories into thriving coaching businesses. But that was not my I help statement. When I first started my business, it was I help new coaches hit 10K consistent months. Super, super tangible. And there's a point in your business where you can pivot your I help statement a bit and make it a bit more broad once you've already nailed being super specific and niche. There's times to expand, there's times to pivot, and I'll make sure to make another video on that in case you're experiencing that right now. But if you are just starting out, make sure your tangible end result hits home for your dream customer, because that's what's going to attract them. People buy for two reasons. Number one, they buy your why. Why did you create this program? Why did you create this business, etc.? And then they also buy the transformation. They want to know that they are walking away with something. They are investing so that they can walk away with X. What is X? Make X as specific and tangible as you possibly can. So a few tips when creating your I help statement. Number one, always remember that your I help statement is about them. It's not about you. Make it about them. A lot of times I'll be sitting with people and they're like, well, there's just that one word, and is that the word that your dream customer would use? Because if that's the case, use that. It is about them, not about you. That's a big problem that I see a lot of people doing with their I help and their niche statements, is they make it about them. It is about your dream customer. You want them to land on your Instagram or your TikTok or whatever social media profile, your website, your blog, etc. And you want them to be like, holy cow, that is exactly what I need. I am struggling with that. I am this specific person, and that is what I want to walk away with. Once you nail that, then people start joining your community. They start absorbing all the content that you've been spending so much time putting out there. They want to hear from you and they want to work with you. They want to join your email list. They want to hear what you have to say. They want you to solve their problems. And that's the exact position that you want to be in. And then the second pointer that I want to give here is make sure to use your dream customer's language, right? Make sure that you're using their language that they would use to describe their problem, not language that you think that they would use to describe their problem. So say, for instance, let's go back to the new mom example. And you know that these new moms are struggling, and you've talked to a few, these first-time new moms, and they all say, I want more sleep. That is going to be your I help statement, right? That's your tangible, is getting them more sleep. Not, I teach first-time new moms to sleep train their babies because it makes their babies happier, right? It's so that they can get more sleep. You take the words right out of their mouth, and that's going to be a huge part of sales. So soon I'm going to start talking about aligned sales strategies, closing clients, closing lurkers on your site or your social media, how to do that. And a lot of it, spoiler alert, is using their language. So if you're struggling with that, make sure that you're talking to your dream customers all the time. Find them in Facebook groups, offer them, a $15 Starbucks gift card in exchange for 10 minutes of their time. Send them 3 questions. And then, most people do it that way versus getting on a meeting or doing a Zoom. Send them a quick Google form in exchange for, a Starbucks gift card so that you can understand how they are describing their problems. As you start getting clients, keep stickies right next to you so that you can write down as you're talking to your client and you hear them chat about their pain and they say it in a way that you haven't heard before. Write that down word for word and throw it in your content. That's how they're describing their problems. I hope this helped. Leave your I help niche statements below. I am happy to go through them in the comments and give my feedback. This is one of my favorite things to do. I love writing I help statements. So if you need help, leave it below and I'd be happy to give my feedback.